So to cut a long story short, Roger had the Flying Other Brothers at the time, and he hired Yorma and Jack and myself and G.E. Smith to do a band camp here in San Francisco. So he flew us out, and we had a really fantastic time meeting everybody in the Flying Other Brothers. And we jammed with them and played together at Cyclops at Herbie's studio. And so at the end of the band camp, occasionally, I had my own band at the time, Dawn Patrol, and I just brought my own album out called The Long Haul, and the kind of bluesy thing, but I'd occasionally do gigs with Flying Other Brothers and piano, and then one day, Roger asked me, would I consider just dropping everything else and doing it, and I really liked these people. They were very, very smart people.
We're talking about Roger.
Yeah, Roger and the rest of the Flying Other Brothers.
Yes, right. Okay.
But it was. The bus conversation was way different than usual.
In the old days.
Stuff, so we had a really good time doing that, and I did that for several years, and it gradually changed. I used some of my contacts, like Leftover Salmon. We'd go out and play with those guys, and open for those guys. And Barry came in to join the band because Bert, because he was working at Microsoft, designing that tablet PC. He was a guitar player in Flying Other Brothers, and Barry came in and to tour and join the band full time, and Jim Sanchez on drums at that time, and then it's just been it was still called the Flying Other Brothers, and then it gradually just moved and morphed into found its place, found its level, and then somebody else came in. G.E. Smith came in, and Jack came in. Would come in sometimes, Jack Cassidy, and it was always great. It's like apples and oranges, just very different, just different sounds, and all good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing that, but then a while, several years ago, we changed the name to Moonalice, and G.E. left, and Jack was too busy with Hot Tuna, so Roger and I started sharing the bass duties, and I played keyboards, and Anne would play keyboards on her songs, and I would play bass, and then Barry and John Muller joined the band, and boy, what an incredible drummer. And so Barry, Roger and John and I would get into these free-form jams, which just took me back to 1967, actually, to that period in the psychedelic clubs. I was high in acid in those days, but I don't do that anymore. But it was just this feeling, this free improvisational, free-flowing music between the songs, the regular songs, which had structure, and then you'd fall into improvisation. And that's one of the things I really like about Moonalice, and that's where we're really going. Really, I think is, and it's like nobody's really leading it. We're all sort of just going together, and that's the thing that I really like. When you don't have one leader. I mean, it's Roger's band, really, but musically, you don't really have one leader. It's this like a school of fish moving together. You're not thinking. Well, I don't know if fish think or not, but you're not, and you're just sort of moving instantaneously without thought, and that's a very and the audience is cyclical. They're feeding the band, you're feeding the audience, and I like it when it gets into that space, and we're able to go there.
So it's evolved into an easy decision to accept Moonalice as your main gig now.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
So you have in fact dropped a lot of your other things. This is your identification.
Yes, I occasionally do other things,
Sure.
but it's just only when I'm sure that there's absolutely nothing going on with Moonalice. So Harvey Mandel, I work with him on bass and piano sometimes.
Yeah.
As a sort of open invitation to go and play with him. And I love his playing. He's in that Cristo Redentor album back.
Sure, of course.
And the David Nelson band, Barry and I and John.
With Moonalice, have there been any particular highlight shows that stick in your memory?
Let's see. Highlight shows. They're all sort of unusual shows. So, yeah, they were opening for the U2. That was, I wasn't sure I'd ever end up on a big stage again.
Wow, since the days on the green, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it was really.
How was that audience to you as the opening act?
Oh, yeah, they probably very kind. I think we actually played pretty well that day. I thought the band played well, and we gave a good showing.
But it's a whole different energy, isn't it, on an open air stage versus a smaller club or a nightclub or a college auditorium?
It is very different. Although there was some similarity, it's a gigantic stage, but we were like crammed with so many. There's another band going on after us, and so all we were crammed with just a few feet, in front of the stage. It felt like we were playing on a club stage.
Yeah.
But the sound system was gigantic, and it was nice to play in. And I think we were playing opening for the Giants ball game recently. That's really a fun time. We played on the dugout, above the dugout.
Yes, to celebrate Jerry Garcia's birthday.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
And,
Okay. Pete, finally, is there a favorite song that you enjoy having pop up on the set list, or are there a couple of songs that fans ask for that you like to respond to?
Let's see. Roger has a song called "Tell Me It's Okay," and there's a long jam section in the middle of that, which I really enjoy playing on. We really get into this free form jamming.
Don't do covers, do you?
But we do a few covers. We do 8 Miles High, and that's a lot of fun. It's a great song, for what it's worth. I do Stella Blue, and so we do a few covers, but lots of originals as well. Just happy to still be doing it.
That's a nice closing comment. Happy to still be doing it. Indeed. Yeah. All right. That seem okay? Paula, you all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions?
Something about maybe just the Moonalice tribe, the audience, the interaction with the post. Maybe something about the posters, Pete.
Yeah, you go back.
You have some perspective about the posters.
Right. When poster art was coveted and collected, and we had such a wide range of wonderful artists, and now it kind of waned over the years. But now, thanks to Moonalice and Roger and Ann, it's revitalized, it seems like, and more than ever, from one band.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this?
I think it's a wonderful thing. I mean, some of these great poster artists, like Stanley, Mouse,
Wes,
and all these, they're all to have access to these guys to do our posters is really something very special. And they always come up with how they manage to come up with original artwork in every single show is beyond me. And it's great. It's Roger's creating this community with these artists, and we started taking the artwork around with us. Sometimes creating special gigs where we play, people can view the artwork in the afternoon, and then we play a show. So it's not really about us, it's more like about both aspects, the artwork and the show. We're supporting each other. And I think the audience really seems to respond well to that because they love the artwork. Yeah, I mean, those guys that used to do the Fillmore and I mean, Roger's really helped those guys out tremendously and reconnected them all into a community of artists. And it's some of the work that's coming out now is just better than ever. I think. Fantastic.
As good as ever, and even better than ever.
Yeah,
right?
As good as ever. Yes, right. Because you can't improve on some of that early spontaneity that was happening in their artwork. Same with music, right?
It must be rewarding for you too, having been in music for so long, to see that even with a new generation of fans out there, they also appreciate the kind of music that Moonalice and some brethren bands, like the ones you played for, but others out there continue to offer. That is innovative, eclectic, electric, adventurous, without the rules, regulations that constrict pop music.
Yes, right.
And there still is an audience for it, and you're still enjoying it.
It's nice not to be tied down to those the rules of pop music. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I think there's room for everything. You know, if there's some, I figured out over the years, if somebody likes something, it's valid.